to you from thecraftsergeant.com. Thanks for joining me today for another video. So today I have a really pretty card for you guys, and it is using the one and only Daisy Lane stamp set. All right, so here it is. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the texture of the background using the embossing folder, and I just love how the colors came together in this card. So without further ado, let me tell you exactly what you're going to need to create this card, along with how to create it. Alright, so the first thing I used on this card was the one and only Daisy Lane stamp set. So if you've been following Stampin' Up! For a while, you know that we had another stamp set that was Daisy themed, and it's called Daisy Delight. It's still available. It's in our annual catalog. But Stampin' Up! Came up with another Daisy stamp set, and it's awesome. And let me tell you, it's just like the first one. It is a top seller right now. So if you haven't got your hands on it, and it's on your wish list, you need to go ahead and get it. So this stamp set, as you can see, it is cling. So it's that cling rubber, which is really awesome. And then it comes with a total of 9 stamps. It has not only the big daisy that coordinates with the large daisy punch, as you can see here, which is also available in my online store, but it has a brand new punch with that coordinates with this little, or I won't call it, it's a medium-sized daisy, and here it is. So when you purchase this stamp set and the punch together, you can save 10% when you buy them in my online store. So just keep that in mind. And I would encourage you, if you are going to get the stamp set, to make sure that you get the coordinating punches, so that way you can get the full effect of the stamping experience with the stamp set. So where can you find it in the catalog? Okay, so here on page 23, there is a gorgeous sample, gorgeous samples here that you can see that use both the large and the medium daisy punch together. And here's the stamp set, okay? And once again, you can save 10% when you purchase them in a bundle. And I have this information linked down below where it'll take you straight to my online store, and you can place a purchase, okay? If it's something that you love. And I guarantee you're gonna love it. So today I'm not using the punches, but I am going to be using this really stinking adorable daisy here, which was a lot of fun to play with. I love the sentiments: the smile, friend, the best moments in my life happen with you, and it's your time to shine. I love it. And so this card, I actually combined the two of the sentiments, the smile and it's your time to shine. And of course it's blank on the inside, so you can write a personal message. But yeah, so that is the first thing you're going to need to create the card. The second thing I used was my inks. So I am pulling this beautiful, it's kind of like springy combination, and it's a Balmy Blue, Daffodil Delight, and Highland Heather. And then for cardstock, you are going to need a piece of Sahara sand, and this measures 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and it's scored at 5.5 inches. This is a top folding card. Then I have a piece of Sahara sand that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And what I have already done is I've gone in and I've already embossed this with our Pinewood Planks embossing folder, as you can see here. So I turned it so that way the planks would go horizontal, or vertical, sorry. They go vertical. And I just ran this through my Big Shot, and this is the effect that it gave me. So really gorgeous. So I've already done that for the second time. You're also going to need a piece of Highland Heather, and I wrote the measurements on this. It's 2 3/4 inch by 1 inch. So this is what we're going to stamp our smile on. And then we have a piece that measures 2.5 inches by 1/4 inch in Balmy Blue. That's going to be the rest of our sentiment. And then of course you're going to need some Whisper White, so you can stamp your flowers on. And we are going to fuzzy cut this because there is no die to cut those flower images out. I also pulled in another set of dies just to kind of give it a little more to this card. And these are leaves that I have cut out in Pear Pizzazz cardstock. And I actually used the dies from the Good Morning Magnolia And theirs is really awesome. I haven't really gotten to play a lot with this stamp set, but I am just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. But there are a couple of leaf images in here, and there's two sizes, which is really awesome. So it makes it really easy to cut out multiple images. So that's where I got the leaves from. And then of course I need some, I forgot to mention, Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And then to embellish, I am using our brand new Woven Threads sequin assortment. And these are really gorgeous. Look how pretty they are. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so pretty. For adhesives, of course, you're going to need some sort of adhesive to glue down all of your stuff. I'm using 2 today, well 3. I'm using my Stampin' Dimensionals. I have some of my Tombow liquid glue, and then I'm using my fine tip glue pen for my sequins. But you can use like glue dots, or you can use your Tombow as well for that. I just find it easier to use my fine tip glue pen when I'm working with sequins. And then as far as tools, you're going to need some scissors. I'm using my bone folder, and I have my handy dandy take your pick tool to help me with my sequence, because y'all know I struggle. All right, so that's basically all you're going to need to create this awesome card. So let's go ahead and get into creating. So I have gone ahead and stamped 2 of the flower images, one in Highland Heather and one in Balmy Blue. So I'm going to just show you how I stamped the flower image and how I cut it out. So I'm going to take some Daffodil Delight ink. I'm going to ink up my stamp, and I'm just going to stamp this right onto my piece of Whisper White. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my paper snips, and I'm going to cut around this image. And it's not very hard to cut out. A little tedious, but it works. I love the effect that it gives me when I cut these flowers out. So I'm just trying to make sure I have like a slight border around it, because I like the white border. And as you can see, I am not a pro at fuzzy cutting, but it works. And I'm trying my best not to move my scissors, but if you move your paper, it looks a lot better. Okay. There we go. So see, that wasn't that hard. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a dimensional. I have some leftover dimensionals on my little sheet there. And then I'm just going to place dimensionals on the back side, because we're going to pop those little guys up. All right, so for the rest of our stamping, we're going to go ahead and stamp our word smile onto our Highland Heather. So I'm going to kind of do it a little off center, just like that. And then I'm going to stamp It's Your Time to Shine onto my piece of Balmy Blue, just like that. Oh, that's a little crooked. I don't like that. That's fine. That's actually fine. Maybe it's just my eyes. All right, so we're going to set all of our stamped pieces to the side, and then I'm going to take my card base. I'm going to burnish it with our bone folder, and then I'm going to pop up my mat with some dimensionals. And I'm just gonna, stuck on there. We're gonna flip this little guy over, and then we're gonna attach it to our card base. Just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take some more dimensionals. So this is like a dimensional heavy card, y'all. So I got all this. Actually, I'm gonna use this one and this one. And so I'm gonna pop my smile up, and we're going to kind of center this right at the bottom of our card. But we want to make sure that we have enough room where our balmy blue is not going to come off of the side of the card. So I'm going to put it kind of sort of like right there. Okay, and then I'm going to take one more dimensional and I'm going to put this on the end of my balmy blue strip, just like that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of glue, a little bit of my Tombow, and I'm going to just put a little string of glue right there at the top, just like that. Not a lot. I'm going to flip this little guy over just like this. And I'm going to stick it down. There we go. Just like that. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply my flowers. So I'm going to first take my balmy blue one. We're going to stick this little guy right here, kind of off of the edge a little bit. And we're going to take our Daffodil Delight one. And we're gonna put that little guy like right here as well. And then we're gonna take our Highland Heather flower and stick that right on top. The dimensionals really help when it comes to sticking these leaves down. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is take my little leaf and I'm just gonna apply a little bit of glue right down here at the bottom, at the base of that leaf. And then I'm gonna stick it right behind the Daffodil Delight flower. And I love the effect when it's kind of like popped up off the card, like it looks 3D, which is really cool. So I love that effect. Okay. Then we're going to take our bigger leaf and do the same. You want to stick the little leaf down first. So I'm going to apply some glue to this little guy. And then this is going to stick right on in there behind it. Just like that. And then our final leaf, we're going to do the same, but we're going to put it right behind our balmy blue flower. Just like this. Okay. All right, so now that we've done that, move all of our trash out the way. I'm going to take my fine tip glue pen. It's a hot mess. And I'm going to put a couple of dots. Like I said, everything is always better in odd numbers. I'll place one right there. Make sure you close your fine tip glue pen up immediately so that way the tip of it doesn't get clogged. All right, and then we're going to take some of our sequins. And there's like these really pretty pinkish looking ones, or lavender looking. I think they're Purple Posy. That's one of our new in colors. And I'm going to take a few of those and just stick them right onto my card base. If it'll come off of my, oh Lord, if it'll come off. Come off. There we go. It was acting like it didn't want to move. All right, let's get a medium size one now. Put a medium, nope, that's the wrong color. Try to look for a medium. That actually looks like a small one. Maybe it's not. Nope, that's a small one. Okay, there we go. There's that one. There's a small baby one. And then we got the medium. Just like that. Yeah, it doesn't want to come off the finger. And we're going to close these up, and you're going to just allow those to dry for a little bit so that way they'll stay completely on your card. And voila, here's your gorgeous card. All right, so there you have it. Aren't these pretty? Oh my gosh. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this color combo in this card, and whether or not you already own the Daisy Lane stamp set, and if you had the opportunity to play around with it. All right, so other than that, if you liked these today's project, be sure to give me a thumbs up down below. You can find all of the supplies that I used down below in the description box. There'll be links that'll take you to my online store where you can place a purchase form, and I greatly appreciate your business. Also, speaking about purchasing, or talking about purchasing, I have a special going on this month. So when you place an order in my online store for the Daisy Lane the Daisy Lane stamp set or the bundle, you will receive a free Daisy Lane card class from me. Usually my tutorials run anywhere between $12 and $15, but for this month only, if you purchase the Daisy Lane stamp set and or the bundle, you will get the class for free. Free class. And what it includes, and here's samples. So these are the cards that you will be able to create in that class. You'll get enough supplies to create one of each of the cards, so everything will be already cut and prepped for you. There will be no stamped images because per Stampin' Up policy, I'm not allowed to include stamped images in my kits. But you will also receive a step-by-step tutorial that has it's a full color PDF that has the measurements, the supply list. It'll have step-by-step instructions on how to create the cards, and all of that is free with the purchase of the Daisy Lane stamp set and or Daisy Lane bundle. Okay, so there's that. So other than that, to stay up to date on all things Stampin' Up and to receive notifications of all of my uploaded video tutorials, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to hit that little notification bell on the side to be alerted when I do upload my videos. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys for now. So see you next time. Thanks for watching, and happy stamping.